In this particular example, the threat actor has somehow gotten some inside knowledge about a property development company that's recently gone into liquidation, and there's $916,000 being held in a trust account by a law firm. Now, what the threat actor has done in this situation is spun up .com.au domains that look exactly like the domains involved in this particular property development liquidation. Each domain just has an extra letter in it, an S, for example, in the domain. So our threat actor spun up the property development company and is using John here. Threat actors also spun up the finance company domain. So again, using the extra S in the name, it's a .com.au domain. And we'll be hearing from Kevin from that particular company. Threat actor has also later on in the conversation actually spun up an accounting firm to act as the controller for the liquidation. So all three of these companies are threat actor controlled. And the target here is the law firm that's holding this money in a trust account. So David at this law firm is the target. Now, it starts out with the threat actor controlled finance company, i.e. Kevin, asking to get the money released, $916,000. Threat actor then also sends another email from the property development company, obviously threat actor controlled domain, again targeting David. So they're piling onto David asking, can we get the money released? David replies saying, yes, I'll discuss with the internal team. We need to understand where the instructions need to come from. Do they come from the liquidators of the company? And we'll get back to you. In the meantime, Kevin, can you please confirm bank details? So that's exactly what a threat actor wants to hear is, yes, I'm more than happy to provide you with my specific, fraudulent bank details. Now we see David confirming, again, trying to find or confirm the bank details. It appears that the firewall wasn't allowing the email out due to some suspicious content. No surprises there, but David did find a way around. Also wants to confirm the bank details and has now named the accounting firm that's handling or acting as a controller for the liquidated property developer. So this is perfect information for the threat actor acting as Kevin. The threat actor can now spin up that accounting firm domain. So it's another .com.au domain. Kevin replies, attached information is correct. Then we also see the property developer, i.e. threat actor controlled, John in this case, asking if any further instructions need to come from the controllers. David, our real David, then replies saying, yes, we will need to be formally instructed by those controllers. So here we see the threat actor now replying, saying, copying the accounting firm, saying, hope you had a great weekend. The controllers are copied. Now, this is where it gets interesting. The threat actor actually doesn't really know what those instructions need to look like. Who better to ask than the lawyer? And the lawyer is more than happy to help. So it comes back with an initial response just saying, we'll get back to you when we're in the office tomorrow. This email was sent on a Monday. So threat actors likely overseas didn't realize that it was a public holiday in Australia on the Monday. So now we see the threat actor controlled accounting firm replying with the payment instructions as per what the law firm gave them. And this has the threat actor's bank details in it. Now we see a very fun or interesting request here. So now we see the lawyer actually asking the threat actor, are you one and the same person as noted in our ASIC search and the sole director of this particular company? Yes, that's correct. Please proceed. The wheels almost fell off this campaign for the threat actor because the real Kevin working for the finance company made a phone call into the law firm. But fortunately for the threat actor, only got hold of an associate of David. And the associate didn't know the full story. They discussed where the payment was when it was going to happen and the instructions required. And to the benefit of the threat actor, David replies via email explaining the next steps. So this plays straight back into the hands of the threat actor. Now, this went back and forth and no one was any the wiser as to whether the threat actor was controlling these domains. However, a machine performing analysis of the sending information, the sending domains, does a far better job than a human. Using behavioral AI, it's very easy to see that there is a lot wrong with these domains. Firstly, the new domains were registered on the same day as the attack. The registrar used for domain registration is actually very different to the original domain. And that's the same for all three domains used in this scam. They all have an extra letter in them. They're all registered on the day of the attack, and they each have the same registrar, domain directors, but that registrar is different to the original domain. In addition, that original email that started this whole thing off also has a lot of behavioral signals that make it very obvious to a machine that this is a malicious request. So we see, using a large language model, the fraudulent account update occurring. We see that the sender is unusual, because obviously if the extra S is in that domain, that's now a new sender. That sender's never sent to the organization before, something that a human may not know. We see the financial request in here, and it's rare that someone who's rarely corresponded with you should be sending you a financial request. That's clearly a red flag. By combining all of these signals, it's now very obvious this is malicious. And this initial attack would have simply been removed had abnormal security actually been in production at the time.